Bonjour, everybody. Hi, this is Neshi Lokotz. Welcome to Star Nations Organization's main fan page and also to the Communications from Home live stream show here on Tuesday night, August 28th. Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad you're with me. Hello, Rochelle. I'm sorry. So glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. I was just looking out the windows here waiting for showtime. And I have to say, it's been pretty dark here today, cloudy. We had major thunderstorms this afternoon, and we're supposed to get some more tonight. So lots of rain. There is one town near us, about 25 minutes southwest of here. It's a little town called Wilton. They had 10 inches of rain this afternoon. 10 inches. That's a lot. And so we've got flooding going on and that kind of thing. But so far, right here at home in Toma, just on the outskirts of town, we're doing well. We didn't lose any trees in the last storm and no flooding, of course, but no, everything's good. Everything is very good. So tonight is all about the Unity Breath Meditation. And the Unity Breath Meditation is really a very ancient meditation that goes back for generations upon generations. One of my teachers, Drenvalo Melchizedek, he was taught this meditation, or an aspect of it, I should say, from a group of indigenous people down in South America called the Kogi Mamos. And the Kogi Mamos, they believe that in order to be a human being, that you have to be living your life from your heart. And so this meditation, or this initiation is probably a better word, is all about connecting your mind and your heart, balancing the two. And it's also, more importantly, about being in the vibration, or creating the vibration around you with your love for Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky and their love for you. And that's why it's called the Unity Breath Meditation, because it's all about taking some specific breaths and the images that we'll be bringing to ourselves during this meditation. Before we get started, though, what I'd like to do is ask those who are in the chat. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to like and share the broadcast. And as we're doing that, I might give some other people a chance to come into the chat, right? Because we're going to remind them that the show is live streaming. And I'm going to do that by sending it to my news feed and just say that I am live streaming. Communications from home. And then please join. I like the quick keys. You know why? Because those tiny little keys on your phone, a lot of times I end up misspelling words because they're just too small. Thank you, Rochelle. Rochelle has just shared too. I appreciate that. And now I'm going to share it over to the Star Nations Radio Network closed group, because that's where a lot of our community peeps hang out. So I'm just going to say, hey, peeps, because that's what I call them, because they're my peeps. I'm live streaming. Please join. There we go. Now we just have to make sure we get the right group. There we go. There, it's actually very easy. It just takes a little time to do. And the reason why we even ask for our watchers, our audience, to do that for us is because there's one thing that we know for sure about Facebook, because I call it an elusive creature. Just when you get to understand it, they change something and you have to adjust and readjust and try to figure it out again. One thing that Facebook really wants us to do is to share and to like and to comment. Those items get us into the news feed much more often. And so those souls who are looking for information, you remember what that was like when you first started out on your path and consciously aware of your spiritual path, right? That you were looking for information. We all were like that, sponges, right? And so we, in my family, in the Potawatomi culture, we call the thunder and the lightning the grandfathers, the grandpas. The Gamishos Miseinan, Gamisho Miseinan, Grandpa the Thunders. And so when they come over, we, as we're praying, right, we ask them to go over gently, Yeah. Hey, Connie's here. Hi, Connie. I'm so glad you're here. I forget that I'm using Be Live. Be Live TV is one of our partners, and they help us do these really cool kind of shows because we can show people's comments, just like this one. This is Rochelle's comment about the storm that's going through. Yeah. And then here's Connie's comment. She's saying, hi, I'm here. Hello, everybody. Hello, Connie. Connie is one of our live stream show hosts here at Star Nations. Her show is on Thursday morning, coming up, Spiritual Mysteries of Life. And Sufi Olson's here. Hey, from Oregon. And I said that right, didn't I? Oregon. When we have family that live out in Washington State and some friends who live in Oregon. And so you can always tell, right, how other people from other states, how they say your state's name, but they're not from there. It's kind of fun. So, and every once in a while, I kind of sound Canadian, Hey, I live in Wisconsin, A lot of people think Wisconsin is part of Canada. So anyway, tonight, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And also those who'll be watching the recorded show, we appreciate that as well. And we also ask you to please like and share to get the video into the news feed much more often, right? Much more often. So as I was explaining about the Unity Breath meditation, it is a guided meditation. And it's really about the frequency, the vibration. One of the things that Drunvalo realized, this was years and years ago, as he was studying with different indigenous people across the world, he realized that there was this meditation or this initiation that was common. It was a common thread. And that was how they related to Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky and the love that they feel for us, their children, right? And it creates a certain vibration, a certain frequency. And when we have that frequency of love, we tend to shift the environment around us, right? And so when we do the Unity Breath meditation, yes, we are doing it for our highest good and to be able to have a more connectedness, a balance, and groundedness to grandmother and grandfather, right? But it also affects the environment around us because as our energy shifts into the frequency of love, the frequency around us also shifts and to meet that higher frequency. And so it's really a gift that we give to the universe when we do this meditation. And before I begin, I would like to show you a couple of things, okay? That's going to help the meditation, you'll understand it a little bit better. All right, got to find the right picture here. All right, here we go. We have this field around us. We have something called a toric field around us, and it's created by our heart. And I'm going to give this a solo so you can see it a little bit better. Oh, Rochelle. Rochelle says, Deb just said hi. Oh, of course. Hi, Deb. Of course. Of course, would say a prayer for her in our hearts. In fact, while we're in meditation, we can send Deb some extra love, right? She's going through some stuff. So, so our hearts create these two fields. They're toric fields. And the smaller one on the inside next to the body, that is created by what's called the tiny space of your heart. And it's a very sacred space. It connects us to the entire universe. Okay, that's where we're literally we're all one, is right there. And then the larger field is also created by heart, but that's created by the sacred space of our heart. And so we have this field around us. Okay, and that happens naturally. And we also have this. We have this something called a pranic tube. A pranic tube, also known as the crystalline tube, and it runs through the center of us, and it brings in universal energy and creates that toric field. Okay, and so it comes down through the top, down through your crown chakra, and then up from the bottom. And it's this universal energy that brings us all together. Literally, it is prana. And so we are breathing prana together when we are doing this meditation. Yeah. And so I like this imagery of this, showing how that universal energy is flowing, and it flows down through us. And you can kind of see they're depicting the chakras through, and it does flow through our chakras. Yep. There we go. And the next one, for those who study the chakra systems, this chart, this one will actually show, the crystalline or pranic tube as the hara line. And the hara line runs right straight through our chakras, and it brings in that universal energy. And so during the meditation, we will be referring to our pranic tube, our crystalline tube. And the crystalline tube is about the same diameter as your wrist. It could be a little bit larger. We're living in a different frequency than when this was originally taught. I learned it in 2011, or was it 2012? I think it was 2012. And so your pranic tube runs through you, right down through the center. And it affects our, whoops. All right, here we go. Got to go backwards. I thought they were in line. Grandmother Earth also has the same pranic tube, the same crystalline tube. She too brings in universal energy. Our bodies are actually made to replicate her. We truly are her children. And so this picture shows the universal energy flowing through the pranic tube, the crystalline tube, and creating that toric field around the earth. And this is a really pretty image too. I like this one. And so if you've never done this meditation before, it really does feel good. It puts us in that frequency of love, and really we learn, or we remember. That's a better word for it. We remember to be in that vibration and what it feels like. And the more often we do it, the longer we can hold that frequency. And so the more we do the meditation, the better off it is. And there's something else that we're going to ask you to do. We're going to ask you to bring in images of Grandmother Earth and Grandfather Sky that you just love. So for grandmother, to bring images to your mind about places in nature that you just really, really love. And really, and as you're imagining this place that you've been before, is to really turn to your emotions around it, your feelings. How do you feel when you're in that place of nature? It's also possible that you could bring in a pet that you really love and what it's like to have them in their lap or to be with them. That will also bring the feeling of love. Or you can also bring in a child, your own child, your grandchild, a niece or a nephew, somebody that you dearly love, because we're all a part of Grandmother Earth. We're not separate from her. And so what we're doing is bringing in images of love and how we feel about it, right? Okay. And it's okay to go from one image to another. As long as you're feeling the feelings about that place, that's the most important. So if you have a couple places in nature that you just really love, go there, feel the feelings about those places, okay? And with Grandfather Sky, it's all about the sky, the things that you just love about the sky, whether it's the stars, the moon, the sun, rainbows, clouds, those kinds of things, okay? And the other thing that I wanted to remind you about is that when we're doing a guided meditation, what I'm doing is I'm guiding those who have never done this meditation before, right? Or haven't done it very often. For those who have studied with me and you've done this meditation many times, go ahead and put your mindfold masks on or your bandanas across your eyes. That's good. And you can journey to those places with in those images and bring that feeling to you. Okay, that's okay. You can do that as long and you can get there however you can, however it is most comfortable for you to do. All right. We just want to make sure that we're in that vibration of love. That's the most important piece. Okay. All right. And there's going to be a point where I'm going to be asking you to bring in an image of a sunrise or a sunset. And so wherever you have been a witness of or to take in a beautiful sunrise or a sunset, if you could bring that image to you when I ask you in the meditation, that would be great. And this is the one I found on Pixabay. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And we get to see this twice a day, right? Sunrise, sunset. Yeah, there we go. Now, it's okay if you want to lie down, as long as you can still hear my voice. That's the only thing that's important. You can be seated in a chair if you like. If you're seated in a chair, please have your feet on the floor. You want connection to the floor and your spine as straight as possible, but still be comfortable, okay? If you're wearing glasses, you might want to take your glasses off. Be as comfortable as you can. And if you're sitting on the floor, it's okay to sit on the floor. You can sit with your legs on top of each other rather than crossed. We want to be an open circuit. Or you can actually sit on the floor like little kids do. They have their legs straight out. You can do that too. But be comfortable. It's the most important thing because it's about a 20-minute, 25-minute meditation, maybe a little bit longer if we need to stay a little bit and do a relaxation. I know it's the end of the day, end of a work day. You might be just finishing up, cleaning up the kitchen after supper, that kind of stuff. So we want to bring you to the here, the present, okay? All right. Okay, so you want to get ready, get into that position for meditation, right? Take the meditation position. Turn this over here and take a drink of water before we get started. All right. I have the candle burning and we also have sage going and an altar. So I think we're ready. All right, so here we go. So getting comfortable, we want to bring our focus, our attention to the present moment. Noticing your body. In the chair that you're sitting in, or if you're laying down on the floor, what it feels like to have your body on the floor. So we're just bringing our focus to the present moment and all those aspects of yourself, bringing all of yourself together, right? Pulling yourself together. That's good. Okay. And if you would, turn your attention to your feet and just notice how they feel. Okay. Connected to the floor. There you go. Very good. Now taking a nice big deep breath in, and on the exhale, really blowing it out, okay? So here we go. Big deep breath in. There you go. Just breathing easy and naturally now. It's good. Making any adjustments to your meditation position that you might need. There you go. We're going to take another big deep breath in, really filling up your lungs, and then really blowing it out, okay? So here we go. Big deep breath in, and really blowing it out. There. Feels good just to do that, doesn't it? And just breathing easy and naturally now. And now turning your attention back to your feet, noticing them. Notice how they feel. Noticing your calf muscles. And your knees. Noticing how your thigh muscles feel. Just noticing. Noticing how your legs and your feet feel. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And on the exhale, you can feel your feet and your legs relaxing. 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 It's good. And now turning your attention to your hips. Noticing how they feel. Noticing your stomach muscles. And your diaphragm. Just noticing it. and noticing the muscles across your chest. Just notice how they feel. It's good. And now taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your stomach muscles and your chest muscles relaxing. 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 Turning your attention to your low back. Noticing how it feels. Now noticing your mid-back and shoulder blades. And the tops of your shoulders. Noticing how your back feels. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in, and as you exhale, you can feel your back muscles relaxing. Relaxing. Feeling those muscles smoothing out and letting go. Relaxing. And now noticing your neck muscles. Noticing how they feel. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your neck muscles and your shoulder muscles relaxing. Relaxing. Now turning your attention to your hands and your fingers. Noticing how they feel. Noticing your forearms and your elbows. And your upper arms. And your shoulder joints. And just noticing them. Noticing how they feel. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can feel your hands and your arms and your shoulders relaxing. Relaxing. Noticing your jaw. And the muscles around your eyes. Noticing your forehead. And your ears. Just noticing how they feel. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And when you exhale, you can feel your body relaxing. Relaxing. It feels so good. In your imagination, imagine being surrounded by a white light. Notice what it feels like to be bathed in this white light all the way around you. This is the light of the Creator's protection. It's good. In a moment, I'll be asking you to take another big, deep breath. And on the exhale of this breath, I'd like you to imagine seeing a white mist coming from your mouth. Taking a big, deep breath in, really filling up your lungs. At the top of that breath, just holding it just for a second. And on the exhale, imagine seeing a white mist coming from your mouth. Deep breath in. It's good. Just breathing easy and naturally now. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to take a big, deep breath in at the top, holding it just for a second, and on the exhale, seeing a white mist. Taking that big, deep breath in, holding it for a second, and on the exhale, seeing a white mist. Good. Just breathing easy and naturally now. Turning your attention to your crystalline tube, your pranic tube that runs down through the center of you. Just noticing it. And notice the gentle flow of universal energy flowing through your crystalline tube. Prana, gently flowing all the time. It's always there, coming down from the top and up through the bottom of your crystalline tube. And just noticing what it feels like when the universal energy meets in your high heart chakra. Just noticing it. It's good. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, bringing to you images of Grandmother Earth that you just love and appreciate. A place in nature that you've been before and that you just love. It's so beautiful there. Could be in your own backyard. Could be out by a river or stream. Feel how much you love this place. Bringing a pet to you and how much they love you, that unconditional love. Noticing your feelings and how much you love this being. Could be a child, your own child, a grandchild, a niece or a nephew, someone who you just love. Maybe they're crawling up into your lap or sitting next to you. And notice how much you love this person. Now gathering all the love that you have for Grandmother Earth. Gathering it all together. And imagine placing it into a beautiful crystal. All of that love that you have for Grandmother Earth. And a beautiful gift of love. And with your intention, sending this crystal of love down to her heart, down to her core. Your love for Grandmother Earth. Sending your love to her. And in your imagination, imagine Grandmother Earth's love coming to you, surrounding you, and filling you up with her love. Noticing what it feels like to be in her love. Could be a color, could be a sound. Sensing, feeling, seeing her love for you and how it feels in your physical body. That's good. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, turning your attention to a night sky. And bringing all of those images of grandfather sky that you just love and appreciate. It could be a starry night, the Milky Way, the twinkling of the stars. It could be a full moon. Or the brightness of the sun, the warmth on your skin. How much you love grandfather sky. Your feelings about the beauty of a full moon. Or how you love the sensation of the warmth of the sun. Your feelings when you watch big puffy clouds floating by. Feeling your love for grandfather sky. Now gathering all of your love that you have for grandfather sky. And in your imagination, placing all that love that you have for grandfather sky in a beautiful crystal. And with your intention, sending this gift of love up to the sun. Sensing, feeling, seeing grandfather sky's love for you coming to you, surrounding you, and filling you up with his love for you. Noticing where in your physical body you feel grandfather sky's love for you, remembering it. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, bringing images of a sunrise or a sunset. Bringing those images to you of a sunrise or a sunset. Noticing its beauty, the colors, it's so pretty. Grandmother Earth showing how she loves and how much she loves Grandfather Sky. And how Grandfather Sky loves Grandmother Earth. How much they love each other. And they show us this every day. And how much they love us. And feeling them in your heart. The Divine Mother, the Divine Father, and you, their divine child, creating the Holy Trinity right here on earth. Feeling their love surrounding you and inside of you, their divine child. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, coming back to the present time, back to your living room or dining room or kitchen or bedroom, wherever you're at. Wiggling your fingers and your toes and stretching. And if you have your eyes covered, you can take your bandana or mindful mask off. When this feels complete for you, you can remove those. And letting me know when you've come back, if you can just put a comment in the comment section in the live stream, I would appreciate it. Just checking on everybody. Okay. Just letting me know when you're all back. I want to make sure everybody is with us. Stephanie's going meow. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're here, Stephanie. I'm glad you're here. Good. Excellent. Now, if you noticed, most guided meditations will bring you back to, lead you back through the path and coming back to the present time. This particular guided meditation, we leave you in your heart. And, I'm just saying, notice how long you are able to hold that vibration, that frequency of love. The more often you do this meditation, the longer you can hold that vibration. And isn't that where we want to be, right? Is in our hearts. Yeah. Rochelle is saying, I want to do this tomorrow, going to listen to the archives after my dentist appointment. Oh, that's a good time to do it. Really. I don't do the entire full blown, getting my muscles relaxed and all of that. I do that for you guys, really, because I know that at the end of the day, sometimes it's hard to relax and get into a guided meditation without a little assistance, right? But I do the unity breath meditation quite often, actually. All I do is I bring those images to me that I just love about grandmother and grandfather. And I bring that image of the sunrise or sunset. And I feel their love for me, right? And so that's how I do it. It doesn't take that long. Once you get the imagery piece, and how much you love that place and how it makes you feel. That's the most important piece. That's very important. How much you love them through those images. So yeah, it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long at all. Sometimes I do that while I'm waiting for water to boil for Mom's tea, as I'm waiting there to make that cup of tea. So this is a meditation that has been handed down from generation to generation, and among a lot of indigenous people all over the world. And I always say that we're indigenous from somewhere, our ancestors were indigenous to different continents. And so if you go back far enough, we're all indigenous people. If we go back far enough, your ancestors, whether they're from here originally with the Native Americans, the indigenous people from this continent, or your ancestors are indigenous to the Ural Mountains or Australia or someplace like that, right? We're indigenous from somewhere, is what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's about that unity, right? Looking at what we have in common rather than what makes us different. Yeah. And it's so much easier to do too. All right. So thank you for being with me with the meditation. I just wanted to share a couple of things with you before we say goodnight, because we're almost at the top of the hour. And that is, let's see, I've got to look for an image here. Here we go. I just wanted to share with you about the magazine, Star Nations magazine. This is the cover for the August issue. It's one of my favorite ones so far. I know I'm not very partial because I love working on the magazine and publishing it, and having all the contributing writers that we have writing for us, and seeing how they share their hearts with our readers, their experiences, their wisdom they share with us. And so this is the August issue. And I have to say that it's one of my favorite ones. It really is. The artwork on this cover is a picture that I found. I know, isn't it? Stephanie is saying it's beautiful. Yeah. It's one of those images that is an ancient image of whales coming from the Northwest, from the Native Americans, the indigenous people from Washington State, Oregon, British Columbia. They use this image. It goes back many, many generations. It's ancient. Yeah, it's one of my favorite ones. The magazine does come in as a print on demand. You can order it from our partners at magcloud.com. If you like to hold your magazine in your hand while you read it, you can do that from our partners at MagCloud. Or even at MagCloud, they make available the magazine in PDF and also as a web viewer. So if you're one of those people who don't even want to keep the document on your hard drive, you can get the web viewer, and it's in the cloud, and you can actually read it on any device, whether it's a laptop, desktop, or mobile device. It also comes for iPhones and iPads and Android, anything. And so our partners at Apple and Google, right? And I can put the contact or the more information in the comments after the show, just so you have the links. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's been a while since I talked about the magazine. I am working on the September issue. All the writers the contributing writers have submitted their articles for September, and I'm working on getting those prepared for layout. And yeah, and it's all good, Connie. Thank you. Connie's letting me know that she's back. Excellent. And Stephanie, yeah, you were saying beautiful about the cover. And so we're kind of busy around here at Star Nations. Tuesdays are always very busy. And I'm so glad you guys joined me tonight for the Unity Breath meditation. And even though I'm guiding, I'm doing the same thing. I'm taking the breaths with you. I'm bringing the images to my mind and to my heart. And so it feels good, doesn't it? Especially the relaxation part. I really needed it tonight. I really did. All right. So with that, I want to thank you for being here. And we'll be back here again next week, Tuesday, for Communications from Home. I'll let you know what it's going to be about, because right now I don't. I haven't sat down long enough to be able to connect with my guides and ask for what is most important to share on next week, Tuesday. So, hey, we have a holiday here in the U.S. It's called Labor Day weekend. That's coming up this weekend. It's going to be, some people say, yay, it's a 3-day weekend, or some people say, yay, it's a 4-day weekend, because they take Friday and Monday off. So whatever you're doing for Labor Day, please enjoy it. Stay safe. And yeah, summer around here, they say summer is over at Labor Day. No, not me. I wait until September 22nd for the fall equinox, right? All right. So have a nice rest of the evening, Tuesday night, and we'll see you again next Tuesday for Communications from Home. Good night, everybody.